Hey everyone, we are going into the second round of a triple Zendikar draft, and we would like to play first. We don't have white in this hand, but I think it's still a keep. It's a little sketchy because of the whole core outfitter thing we have going on, but turn 2 GOP'd into eventually Shadow Skull Giant is pretty good, especially with teetering peaks. So I think we'll keep it. We definitely would like to draw white, especially because we actually have more white in our deck than red, but we're going to try to make this one work. We'll probably draw all white cards. All right. Wonder if our opponent got there on like playing a bunch of equipment. So we'll play our GOP'd here. Next turn we can play the short cutter, make something unable to block, and then peaks this guy up to a 5/3, which will be a pretty good punch. So he's got his outfitter. He's going to equip his explorer's scope, but that doesn't concern me a whole lot. Okay, so we're going to play goblin short cutter. Make this unable to block. We do need to draw some more lands, and preferably white ones. And we'll do this. Make him huge. And get in for 5. And end our turn. We can also eventually Torch Slinger something to death. We don't have any of our removal, surprisingly, but we have, I mean, our spell-based removal, I guess I should say. We'll take that. Yeah, Explorer Scope is kind of poopy, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but if it lets you look at, like, several cards on the top of your library, it'd be better. I guess in Limited, where almost half your cards are lands, it might be reasonable. Okay. Well, in that case, our plated GOP is shut down, and we'll get in for 2, dropping our opponent to 13. Then I think we just play our big giant instead of playing, like, the Scrabbler. Yeah. Shouldn't have to listen to that trigger anymore now that it's mostly irrelevant. So if we draw another land, we can Torch Slinger, blow up this outfitter, and that's a pretty reasonable turn. We did not do that. I think we attack with both our guys. And if he decides to double block, we can Burst Lightning one of them out of the way and then play Hedron Scrabbler. Yeah, I'm alright with that. Yeah, okay. The question is, I think I probably do just Burst Lightning that thing. Yeah, let's just do it. Get our opponent behind on the board. End our turn. Alright, so it's a 2/2. So if we draw land, we can just blow it out of the way. Yeah, and it's a white land too. And we have landfall that matters. Alright, so we're going to cast this with Kicker. Blow this guy out of the way and swing for 6. Alright. Well, we took that game quickly. We got kind of lucky there in a weird way. Like, we were stuck on one color, but we drew, like, all of our red cards. So that was good. If we'd ended up drawing some of these, we would have been in deep for sure. Luckily, we didn't, though. So I don't think we really have a good sideboard at all. So I don't see wanting any of these things. So we'll just go ahead and go to the second game. Right, it's kind of a similar hand, but it's a lot worse because it doesn't have like the explosive start that last one had. So I think I'm going to pitch this one. All right, this one's pretty good. It's, I think, better for us not to have our red than it is to not have our white because we have fewer red cards. Didn't seem like it last game, but we will put this on the bottom. But that is the case. Okay, well, we drew red anyway. So we're going to go ahead and lead with Adventuring Gear. Then I think I'd probably just play the Outfitter and equip it right away. I can move it later for a relatively small cost. So, yeah. I think we just play our Outfitter. And we equip that to this for free. That's some good value there. We don't have a mountain in play yet, amusingly, but we're going to take this anyway. Okay. All right. We're going to go land. And we're going to swing. He, of course, takes it. Then I think we play our Blade Master. And we have Burst Lightning ready to go on either of these guys if we want to. Yeah, I'll end my turn. Yeah, this format has some ridiculous creatures in it. And then it also has ridiculous... I guess they printed a lot of efficient removal to try to counter that, but that just makes for kind of a crazy format. I'll just take this. I mean, we're going to win this race. Of course, we do need to draw land to really win it, but... yeah, we're going to kill that at the end of his turn. Goodbye to you. All right, land. So we get in for 6 here. Question is, do I play the shortcutter just to have my opponent on a shorter clock? Or do I hold on to it to use when it matters? I mean... I mean, if we draw a land and we're able to Alpha Strike again next turn, we can then overload, kick or Burst Lightning to win. But I don't know that the shortcutter has a major impact. My opponent, yeah, I think I'm just going to pass. Hold on to make it so I Burst Lightning up to kill a problem creature. I think that is my plan. Blazing Torch. Well, I'm glad we don't have vampires or zombies. Oh, no, it can do damage to anything, though. That's not cool. How much does this cost to equip? So I think we're going to go ahead and Burst Lightning this guy just to make our opponent's life a little more difficult. Aw, man. Well... made him tap one more land anyway. That's about all we accomplished, it looks like. Yeah. Right, I like the Geopede. I think we go ahead and make this unable to block, though. Mostly because then he has to sacrifice the torch. He's not going to be able to, like, block and then sacrifice the torch, which is probably what he wants to do right now. So I'll play the shortcutter here. Make him unable to block. And then he has to kill one of them, which I guess will probably be the guy with First Strike and Vigilance. That's what it would be if it were me. Yeah. So we drop him to 9. But we have 2 creatures who can rumble with his, although we can't block this one, but still. All right. Looks like we're racing now. Okay, well, I think we hold on to that land. And we attack with both of these creatures. I want to hold on to it, because right now I don't need the land to like do an extra amount of explosive damage or anything. Let's see if our opponent has removal anyway. Like next turn, if I play the Geopede, if I have the Geopede in play and I play a land, my opponent's just like dead, so... we'll play our Geopede now. And end our turn. Okay. Well, that makes my life a little more difficult. This turn we probably do play the land since we have lethal if we do. See if our opponent can kill us here some way or another. Just swinging with one, huh? Nope, both. All right. We take it. Step links. Sounds good, I suppose. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Freaking 2-3. At least my Skyfisher can block it. But yeah, I think we play the land here. And we just swing with the Outfitter to be a little careful here. Which will drop him to 1. And then we play our Skyfisher and our GOP, bounce the land. So we'll play our GOP first. And we'll return planes to our hand. And we'll end our turn. Okay. It's going to come down to this turn, obviously. Do we get there? Our opponent has 2 unblockable damage, so if he can like pump his guy, we're in some trouble. But otherwise, I think we're okay. He has to pump because we can block the other 2 guys pretty easily. Yeah, we got there. All right. Well, I think our deck has proven to be good enough, even though it has very few creatures. We've actually won all of our games incredibly quickly too, which is sort of the benchmark of a good deck in this format, I think. So, all right, well, the landfall has been doing it for us. So I'll see you guys in the finals. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.